Russia's civil war. Putin's apparatus is in serious crisis when Putin blames officials for war losses. The heavy losses of the Russian army made the Russian people really indignant and felt the cruelty of the rulers. There are reports that Russian intelligence agencies may be sabotaging Russian military activity in Ukraine, which is why President Vladimir Putin's administration has sanctioned prominent officials. Unfortunately, generations of deliberate, substandard care, intimidation, and upbringing have created a nation of schizophrenia. On the other hand, when you gather 150,000 plus armor on the border of another country, I don't think many people will suspect that an invasion is imminent. One thing to say here, EU funding of Putin's war machine billions of dollars a week has made invasion possible. Russian intelligence chief Sergei Beseda has been transferred to Lefortovo prison outside Moscow, where he is expected to be held for questioning by the FSB's Fifth Service, according to security expert Andrei Soldatov. Lefortovo has a long history of holding political prisoners and is now used by the FSB to detain suspected traitors. Soldatov announced that Beseda and Bolyuk were placed under house arrest in March during an investigation into possible leaks of information about Russian invasion and invasion preparations. Being a wealthy Russian living in the UK doesn't mean directly feeding Putin's war criminal regime billions of euros a week as the EU goes on. On the other hand, one thing is for sure, it's the constant headlines from readers that Ukraine is hitting Russia and Russia is attacking, but the only one we see panicking is Zelensky. In order to diffuse tensions in discussions with Ukraine, Mr. Peskov announced that Russian troops had been withdrawn from some areas of Ukraine, especially the northern district of Kiev. Despite Russia's claims, the West remained skeptical of its stated rationale, thinking instead that Ukraine's surprisingly stiff resistance has prevented Moscow's advance into the capital. The Western world is doing everything in its power to support the people of Ukraine, but if that's not enough, what country will stand up and say they won't allow this to happen? No member state wants armed conflict, but the consequences will be far-reaching than we understand. This failure of the West will not only give other countries direct access to Russian territory, but will also have an even more devastating effect on democratic ideology, which will be a sad moment for all people living under the democratic regime if we watch our leaders let another democracy be destroyed. It will shake confidence in the entire democratic order for Ukraine to collapse.